Ever find yourself doing the same thing over and over, failing every time, but completely convinced that this time will be different? I'm Jen, a burnout and vicarious trauma coach, and I most certainly do not have my shit together. My late Great Pyrenees Brie was a therapy dog at the trauma recovery center where I worked. Brilliant, fiercely independent, total sweetheart. She loved nothing more after a long day with clients and roaming our 40 acres checking on the goats and horses. And then she met her first skunk. Now, she did what any self respecting dog would do. She went in for the butt sniff and got blasted point blank. Luckily, I had skunk off on hand, the only shampoo that actually works, by the way. And I figured, well, now she knows. Leave the skunk alone. She did not leave the skunk alone. The next time she saw a skunk, she decided to seek revenge. And it went exactly as well as you'd imagine. Round two, another midnight bath, and one very miserable dog. I tried to explain to her while shampooing her that she was never going to win this war. She'd keep ending up stinky and in the tub. She was unmoved. She was sure that next time, if she was just a little bit faster or came from a better angle, she'd catch one before it sprayed her. She never did, but she kept trying. And then came the legendary skunking. I needed to drive a client to urgent care, so I let Brie out for a quick potty break before I left. I called her name, she was loping back towards me, and then she saw it. What happened next was all in slow motion. Her head turned as she skidded to a stop. I start running, yelling, "Brie, no," as she launches herself at this skunk. When I reached her, she was pawing at her face. The smell was so potent that I could actually taste whatever bioweapon lives in skunk spray. I cleaned her face the best I could, put her in the yard with the facility dogs, and left. The facility owner texted me later laughing. Her papillons would not go through their doggy door because Bree smelled so bad. They were just staring at her through the glass in utter disgust. Then the neighboring ranches started texting. Apparently, we'd stunk up the area for miles, and I could still smell her from the road when I got home hours later. Turns out that young skunks can't control how much they release. That little dude unloaded everything he had on her. I bathed her until 4 a.m., despite having client sessions the next morning, and I just kept asking her, "Why do you keep doing this?" She never stopped trying to kill skunks. Here's the thing though, I do this too. Smaller stakes, usually. Like every time I open a new jar of peanut butter, I'm convinced that this is the time I can stir it up without flinging oil all over the kitchen. I cannot, but I keep trying. And sometimes it's bigger than peanut butter. We stay in situations or keep up habits that blow up in our faces repeatedly, telling ourselves it'll be different if we just try harder or come at it from a different angle. Sometimes that's real resilience, a genuine practice towards something worth having. But other times, it's just chasing the skunk. The same approach, the same result, and deep down we know it's not good for us. So here's the question I'll leave you with. Where in your life are you chasing the skunk? And is it time to just stop? And hey, if you've got a good skunk story, literal or metaphorical, drop it in the comments, bring some smiles. And give this a like if it landed. Maybe share it with his fellow skunk chaser and stick around. There's plenty more coming.